Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. Delighted, as always, to be joined by WC World Champion Chantelle Camerons. How does that sound, first and foremost?
That's got a good ring to it.
It does, it certainly does.
Got a good ring to that.
Definitely. Well, the reason I wanted to do this interview with you is because obviously Katie fought last night, and when you go on Twitter, there's always who's Katie fighting next, and your names came up. Obviously, Lee Eaton and MTK are fighting your corner for the fight. But I want to get your thoughts. What do you want from Katie Taylor? Obviously, you're not going to call her out. I don't know if you are or not, but you want the fight, don't you?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, fight me. So what I don't understand is, I'm saying if I'm not a threat, then why don't you fight me? That's what I don't understand. If I'm WBC mandatory, I'm WBC lightweight world champion now, just fight me. It makes sense.
You said that, are you still mandatory at lightweight, even though you're the WBC?
No, probably ain't, but I just keep throwing that out there.
All right. You had me confused. I didn't know if you're mandatory at lightweight, but you're super lightweight.
No, I'm not anymore, but I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Well, you were WBC mandatory, but
yeah.
I seen Coogan's interview, post-fight interview with Katie last night, and Coogan mentioned your name, and Katie said something along the lines, yeah, I'll get through them all and I'll beat them all. They obviously mentioned you and Natasha Jonas and stuff like that. What do you think when Katie says, I'll get through them and I'll beat you? Obviously, she's obviously confident that she's going to beat you, and you're confident that you can beat her. But what are your thoughts on Katie's comments there?
Obviously, it's boxing, and she's a legend. I'll give her. The thing is that people forget is I respect Katie. I've never been disrespectful, never. And so even when I was with McGuigan's, the start of my career, my name's always thrown in there with Katie Taylor, and I've not once ever been disrespectful. She's a legend. But at the end of the day, if you want to be top of your game, you want to fight the top in your division, and she's the top in my division, and she's pound for pound best woman female boxer. And I'm just confident that my style just doesn't. She doesn't want any of my style, because we've already seen her with Delphine that she struggles with come forward aggressive fighters. And like I said, I'll fight Delphine if I have to. Let me fight Delphine first, and then if I get through that, let me fight Katie Taylor. Prove a point then, don't I? If I can get myself through Delphine and get a more comfortable win.
But what do you have to do? I mean, obviously, this interview is going to keep your name out there, like I said before we pushed record. But what do you have to do to get this fight? What do you and your team have to do? Do you just have to keep sort of like being vocal on social media, or is it fights Pursoon and use that as a yardstick to say, Kate, look what I did to Pursoon, come and see me, I got the WBC? Or is it because you can entice it up to super lightweight, like you're the WBC world champion? What do you have to do to get this fight?
The thing is, everybody that knows me knows that I'm a quiet girl, but it's the fact that I'm getting frustrated now, and that's why I feel like I'm having to be vocal. But I've never had to, it's just not in my nature to be shouting people out, and people who know me for however long, they just know that it's not in my nature. But my name's been avoided, and even when I wasn't lightweight and I was beating people and my name was always thrown in there with Katie, people thinking that it was me shouting out Katie, but it wasn't. It was everyone else saying, oh, Chantelle versus Katie will be a good fight. And then obviously, as I've been going up the rankings, I thought, yeah, why not? If I'm in this game and you want to be there to be great, so I'm willing. I've always been willing to step in with the best there is, and I've never turned down a fight. I've never avoided anyone. Whoever my team has said, right, you're fighting so and so, not even batting an eyelid. I'm like, go on then. And MTK know that, Jamie knows that, Nige knows that. I'm literally just like, oh, what do you think? And they're like, yeah, go ahead. And I'll be like, yeah, go on then. And that's literally the conversation. That's our texts all the time when it comes to opponents. There's no beating around the bush, it's straight to it. So for me, it's just, I'm having to be vocal because I am being ignored, and obviously it is frustrating because everyone wants this fight. I'm always getting tagged in stuff every day, mainly about Katie, and I'm sick of it now. I think let's just fight, just so my name gets thrown about, your name starts getting thrown about, and so my career, I want my career to not be under Katie's, like underneath Katie. So it's always like every single time I fight, it's, oh, you should fight Katie. Like it's a bit frustrating.
You're sick and tired of that, hearing Katie, your name and Katie being mentioned on Twitter and whatnot, but the fight not being discussed or the fight not even coming close to.
Yeah, so it's always been thrown around there, but just never. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So that's why now I'm just like, let's just fight, and win or lose, I've dared to be great, and I've stepped in there with a legend. So that's my thoughts on it.
That's what you want to do. But what you thought, obviously, I think the fight that they're trying to get is the Amanda Serrano fight for Katie. But then Chrissy Cyborg, who's a MMA fighter, has chucked her name in. There's the winner of Breakhouse and McCaskill again. Are they doing the rematch? I think that they've been talked about. There's Natasha Jonas who's been talked about, and now you obviously been talked about. So there's a lot of girls wanting that Katie Taylor fight, isn't there?
Yeah. Everybody wants to fight her because everybody knows that she's the top of the game. She's like, there's levels and she is up there. And people are getting comments all the time saying I'm deluded on this and that. I think I'm not deluded. I'm just confident that I can win. And if I wasn't confident, then why am I boxing? Mm-hmm. And if I want to be undisputed world champion, then I've got to get in there with the girl who's got all the belts. So it's just frustrating now. I think I probably am never going to get this fight, but obviously it's a fight that I really do want, because it'll be an honour to share a ring with her. But at the same time, I am confident that I'll win.
Obviously, you watched Katie Taylor last night against Gutierrez. What were your thoughts on her performance? It was a quality performance from Katie, wasn't it?
She boxed very, really, really well. She boxed very good, but again, it was her opposition as well. And they say that about my opponents, but whoever's been put in front of me, I've handled, and I've not been in a tough fight, and that's because of my opposition. So I feel like she boxed really well yesterday, but it was a different fight compared to Delphine, so that's why she did look great.
Going back to Delphine Pursoon, obviously being that you are world champion, obviously that's the sort of opponent you want next. You don't want to step down as a world champion to face a lesser opponent. There's no disrespect to the girls who are not at that world level, but Delphine Pursoon for you is where you want to, is the level of girls and the level of competition that you want to face. So is Delphine Pursoon the fight that you want next if you could choose? If obviously Katie Taylor, but would it be Delphine Pursoon if you could choose besides Katie?
I'd love to fight Delphine, but at the same time, I want to be undisputed in the weight division, and at the moment I am in super lightweight because I've got the belt there. And I think MTK and Matchroom want me to box another world champion early next year to be unified. And obviously, I'm going to do what I'm told, basically. But if they threw in Delphine to go down to lightweight, I'd also disagree. But go ahead and hold fire and unifying.
But we know Katie has fought at super lightweight before, and she has been a world champion up there. Could you entice her back up if you had a couple of belts? Could you say, come back up to super lightweight?
Come on.
Come on.
Like dangling a carrot. Come on. I feel like I'm doing all the chasing. So I don't think even had a couple of belts at super lightweight, she'll be interested.
The thing is with Katie, like, people don't mention this, but she's 34 years old. Even though she's not took any damage, she's not going to. She doesn't really apart from the first fight and stuff like that. She's 34. Do you think that the only thing stopping Katie fighting all these girls that I mentioned before, the Serranos and stuff like that, is her age?
Yeah, I think she's had some hard fights. She's been boxing. She's been boxing for years now, ain't she? So obviously you're going to be catching up with her. And to be fair, she's probably only got a few more fights, and she probably will retire because she's done it all. She's unified. She's multi-weight world champion. So what really is there much for her to do? And if she's already not too keen on fighting the likes of me, then why is she going to wait around? She'll get the opponents with the higher profiles, box them, and she'll leave. Like that's just being realistic.
Mm-hmm. So if you had Katie here right now, if this was Katie on this other end, if I was Katie, what would you say to her? What would you say to Katie?
Well,
Pretend I'm Katie. What would you say?
whatever I say is going to be like the headline, and then that'll be it. Just
You know, of
bring it
course.
in.
Of course, that's the way I work. I trap you.
If you was Katie, I'll be like, Katie, let's just fight. Let's just put an end to all this, and let's just have it out in the ring.
Why not? See, that's it.
Go on,
Go on. For me.
go on. Let's just have a scrap.
Well, that's it. I think as well when you look at women's boxing, and you look at the pool of talent now. There's loads of pools of talent. There's a lot of deep pool of talent now. The girls are getting better and better and better in terms of there's more girls now. If you think about when Kate Taylor when she turned pro, there wasn't really any household names, but now Chantelle Camerons a household name, Terry Harper's a household name, Rachel Ball now. You've got all these girls coming, and obviously out in the States, you've got Michaela Maya and Clarissa Shields and all this sort of stuff, McCaskill. When you think of women's boxing, man, how happy are you to be involved in this era?
Oh, it's unbelievable because it's growing as well, and it's exciting for the younger generation that are coming through. And I think that's what the exciting part is the young girls. In a couple of years, it's all going to be kind of paving the way for them. So it is exciting.
And I
think they need fights like me and Katie to get more interest and show women top quality boxing fights, especially Britain versus Ireland.
Yeah, that was a good add-on there. I like that.
You like that one, didn't you?
I like that one. That was good. I like that one. Well done. What were your thoughts on Rachel Ball and Terry Harper last night as well?
Oh, I think they boxed brilliant, especially Terry Harper. What a body shot that was. I think the stoppage was a bit early, but I think Terry was comfortably winning, weren't she? She boxed really well. And it was a peach of a shot.
Very good boxer. And Rachel Ball as well. She's doing all the right things as well.
Yeah, I think she'll be hard to beat her that way. She's so tall.
She's very tall. Shannon Courtney.
And she's got hard work rate.
Yeah. Shannon Courtney gave her a good fight, so it's a rematch probably there. Obviously, she's probably got Ebony Bridges to fight next. If that go through. But I mean, like I said, women's boxing's brilliant at this moment in time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's booming. But it's going to get better as well.
I agree. So what's the plans? Finally, before I let you go, because you look so cozy in whatever that big house coat or dressing gown or whatever you've got in.
Oh, you called it a house coat?
It's a house coat. That's what I call it.
Yeah, it is a house coat, but people try telling me it's called a dressing gown. I've had debates about this, many debates. It is a house coat, but so many people call it dressing gown. It does my head in.
Yeah, that's why I said house coat first, and I thought she probably calls it a dressing gown.
No, house coat. That's why I was like, oh, you said house coat.
House coat. I call it a house coat.
Good. That's what it is. House coat.
It looks like a comfy house coat. So
Sunday, just had a voice. I'm all snug now.
Good. Well, what's the hopes for 2021 then? When are you looking to be next out, and what are the plans and the hopes for 2021?
So I'm looking to be out end of January, start of February. That's what I've been told. Plan to win another world title at super lightweight, and then dangle the carrot in front of Katie. And come on, Katie, come up here. come play at super lightweight.
Hey, that's the plan. That's a good plan.
Otherwise, I'll be like, well, if you're gonna fight Cyborg in MMA, I'll be like, go on, I'll do another one. Then I'll just step in the MMA ring and box have a fight with one of the MMA girls.
I don't want Katie to go to MMA. MMA's a.
No, I'm saying if Cyborg comes into boxing.
Oh right.
I'll just do the flip side, and I'll just go into MMA for a fight.
How's your Brazilian jiu-jitsu? Is it good?
Nah, rubbish.
Leg kick?
Just take a gamble. I just take a gamble.
Can you kick?
Yeah, I used to be a kickboxer, didn't I? Anti-boxer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I then won a world title in kickboxing and anti-boxing.
Well, why not?
I was joking about the MMA. I'd wait until I hang up my gloves, then I'd have a go at that.
Oh, right. Okay. I was going to do my headline. Chantelle Cameron wants to go to MMA.
I know. That's why I was like joking. Just that was only a joke.
I would have cut all this joking stuff out. I'm going to put that in there. That's it. But this was
Chantelle Cameron is bored of mentioning Katie Taylor now, so she's going for the top dogs in MMA.
Yes, she wants the world title at heavyweight and middleweight.
Experience.
Well, Chantelle, I won't keep you much longer because, like I say, you look so comfortable in that house coat. It looks bloody big. You're not sweating in that.
No, freezing outside.
Yeah, but not in that bloody thing. You won't be.
I'm cold-blooded.
Yeah. Ah, see, that's a killer instinct, cold-blooded.
It is.
Exactly. Well, Chantelle, I won't keep you much longer. I do appreciate you taking the time out to talk to me, especially on a Sunday evening.
Can't wait for your headline.
It's going to be Katie is scared of me, and have you got a joke for me? In fact, because you normally have a joke for me.
Oh no, you needed to prepare me. Oh no, I have to be prepared for the jokes.
Right.
I'm not a natural.
Next one.
I'm not a natural.
Next one.
Next one. Yeah, you didn't give me a heads up.
Yeah, I'll give you a heads up next one. And
I feel like this one you just got me fired up, so I didn't think it was time for a joke.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to fire
You've just been revving me. You've just been revving me to get a bite out of me, and I think I've not given you the bite.
Well, you have. I've got something in my head that I'm going to use for a title. Don't worry about that.
Can't wait to see it.
I'll be all right. Don't worry about it. Chantelle, again, thanks for doing this Fivefold TV, and can't wait to see you fight. Can't wait to see you next out.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Anytime, Chantelle. Stay safe, and I'll speak to you soon.
Andrew, see ya.
Bye bye.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.